Hello, my name is Battlesy. This is a video all about how resistances work within Warhammer 3 and how everything interacts with each other. To make this easier, I'm going to categorize the damage sources into fire, magical, and physical. And we're going to start off with physical. Resistances work by reducing the damage you take from that specific source of damage. Let's talk about the depth guards and how they can have their damage reduced. Their damage can be reduced by either physical resistance or it can be reduced by ward save, because ward save is effectively resistance for everything. Let's talk about the deck gunners and how their damage can be reduced. Their damage can be reduced by missile resistance, physical resistance, and ward save. This is because their damage source is physical, making it so that these resistances apply to this type of unit. Keep in mind you can only resist up to 90% of the damage dealt because that is the cap. Let's move on to magical attacks, shall we? We have magical ammunition and magical melee attacks, so our damage is reduced by missile resistance and ward save. We now bypass physical resistance because our damage type is magical. And if you're wondering, this exact same thing happens for spells. We have a magical attack here, meaning we will bypass any physical resistance the unit has. Now let's move on to fire. Fire can have its damage decreased by fire resistance, ward save, and physical resistance. This is because flaming attacks is still technically counted as physical. Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2 had magical resistance, which would actually reduce the damage of magical attacks. That is no longer the case, and it is now spell resistance, so fundamentally this will reduce the damage dealt by the spells that you cast on the unit. So to try and give a practical answer to tie this all together, we've got the Sisters of Avalon on screen. They have magical attacks and they have flaming attacks. So if we were shooting into a target that had 40% physical resistance, 10% fire resistance, 15% ward save, and 10% missile resistance, we would bypass the physical resistance because we have magical attacks, so our damage would be reduced by 35%. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and if you're interested in how armor works, check out the link on screen now.